Welcome to Theater Crafts, where I take theater memorabilia and change it into brand new treasures. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I have a show opening and people bring me flowers, I love to hold on to those flowers long past their prime. Actually, my family makes fun of me for it. But what if you were able to take those flowers and save them encased in resin, and you change them into pens? So these pens have flowers that were given to me, and they're encased in resin and then embellished. Or maybe you have a script, and you can take that script and you can take some of the lines there and encase it in resin. So today we're going to take special flowers, we're going to take scripts, and we're going to make them into pens. Stay tuned. Okay, so here I am at the workbench, and I'm going to show you some of the items that you're going to need for this particular craft. So you see here, this is one of the pens that I showed you. This one has some glitter in it, and it has flowers, actually flowers very much like these here. This one has some yellow dried flowers, as well as some stars, and of course the resin. This one here has a script. Actually, it's a Shakespeare script. It has some stars in it. That's this bottle of stars here. And these two also have rhinestones, and a rhinestone that I put on the top. And these are just rhinestones like this that I put in here. And then I have just one large rhinestone that I glued onto the top there, just to make it different for some variety's sake. So today, I'm going to put those aside. Today, we're going to use our pen blanks, and these are empty right here so that you can put the resin inside, and they just twist off, and then there's a cap right here so the resin goes inside there along with whatever you want to fill these with, and we'll get to that in just a moment. So I have two of those. We're going to do two different kinds. I actually have a piece of styrofoam, and that's mostly so that I can keep these upright as they are drying. So anything that you have that you can hold them upright. I have some stars, some glitter stars here. I'm going to use some flowers, and these are mostly dried. This is pretty dry. This one, they were given to me by a loved one. And I have scissors to cut this. I'm going to use tweezers to try to get some things. This is a very small space in here, so just try to get some things inside there so that we can get some of the items all the way to the bottom. Then you're going to need your resin and some items with the resin. So resin, just so you know, the epoxy is a two-part system, and you need to have both parts in equal quantities. And so we'll get to that later because we're going to fill those up first. But you'll need something to measure so that they're in the equal quantities. I'm going to put them in a cup, and something disposable. You don't want to use, obviously, something you're going to need to reuse because it does harden. I'm also going to use gloves when I use the resin because it does have a chemical reaction, and I want to protect my hands. And I've also protected my work surface here in case anything spills. So that's basically what we're going to need for this. Oh, and for one of them, I'm actually going to use some images. This is an old playbill that I had used for a previous craft. I think it was a Spamalot cover. And there are a bunch of images in here that I thought might be fun. So you could use like a playbill here, or on the other side, stage. You could take the word stage. I thought that was really kind of cool. Let's see. I can really go through and find words maybe that inspire you. Let's see, I think I saw, drama here. That would be kind of fun. You could use that. You could, whatever inspires you that you really like. So maybe Broadway or laugh, make him laugh. Magic, the word magic here might be kind of fun. So, whatever, and if you have, like I said, a program or a piece of music that works, that might work as well. Of course it would work. That would be fantastic. Whatever inspires you would be great for your particular pencil that or pen that you can. Oh, I love this one. This one, I think I'll pull that one out to Broadway and maybe include that in ours. So I'm just going to rip that out. Or, you know, wouldn't it be cool that if you took your own, oops, sorry, I just dropped something on the floor, your own program and put your own name in there? That would be fun too. Okay, so I'm going to actually do this one first. So I'm going to move this flowers to the side. So I'm going to do this one first. I'm actually going to cut out the word Broadway and include that. That would be nice to have in our pen. And could even, there's the word performance on there as well. You could have a performance. Maybe you've seen a specific show that you really like, or this could be out of your own program from your own production. Cut that out. And I'll get into how we're going to do that in a moment. So we got Broadway performance. I also like Places, Please. I think that's really fun, especially if you're a stage manager. Wouldn't that be fun to have your pen have some of the words that you say, or some of the things that you say in your own experience? I love the word stage here. Put that out. I would love all the worlds are stage. That's kind of fun to play on the words there on that phrase. All right, and stage. So let's cut those out. Oh, playbill. Playbill is fun too. Let's cut out playbill and see if we can make that one work. So we may not be able to use all of these. This is a lot, but I can just to show you how you can potentially use these in your pen. Okay, so what you're going to do, now obviously the pen is cylindrical here. All right, so you're gonna have to figure out how to get it inside there. So what I did is so I'm gonna take Broadway, and you just have to take your scissor and you're going to slightly just scan across the back there. Okay, and it will curl. So it's almost like, you know, that old curling ribbon that you would use, and you're going to just make it so that it curls on itself. Okay, and then you'll be able to kind of rotate that around so that you can get it small enough. You need to get it small enough, obviously, to get into the cylinder here. Now, keep in mind that this is the way it goes. So you want it to be facing whatever direction works for you. You know, I personally would have it facing upright. So maybe we do, I don't know, maybe Broadway stage performance, or Places, Please stage Broadway. What do you think? I'm going to do that just for fun. Okay, so Places, Please. All right, so again, you're just going to, don't do it too hard because then you'll rip the paper. Obviously, it's just paper. So you want to do it so that it curls on itself. Then you can really kind of encourage it to go the way you need. All right, so Places. So I'm going to put Places in first. So we want to get it small enough so that it gets through that hole. I also might, I have a skewer here. So I might actually encourage it to move down a little bit here. Oops. Actually, I kind of don't mind that. Ooh, I kind of don't mind that. So you see Places, Please. I wonder if we can make it so that I kind of like that. This would be a great then stage manager pen. Can you see that? Where it says, so it Places, and then you kind of can see where it says Please. I like how that twirls. That was a happy accident. So then maybe go on, let's try stage and see if we can make that work. Okay, before we do that, I'm actually going to add some stars in here. Now, these stars are they're a little bit out of control. The package is not easy to manipulate. So, I'm going to just kind of put some inside there, because I found that when I was kind of making my samples that sometimes they don't get in with the resin. So we want to try to get some of these in here first, and then we'll add some more That would be really cool. I like that a lot. All right, so now let's see if we can add, I'm going to put that right there just so we can keep it upright. So now we'll add stage. And kind of wrapping it up tight. It will unravel when it gets in there. All right, so then again, I'm going to use my skewer just to see if we can make... I don't know, what do you think? So stage is a much smaller piece of paper. Let me see if I can encourage it to curl, kind of like we did with the other one. That's such a cool effect. So if we curl it, make it kind of almost like a cone. Let's try that and see how that works. Like I said, it's really tricky because it's such a small space in there. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more of the stars here. And hopefully we'll be able to see them. I don't hope they just don't go in the middle there. All right. That would be an amazing stage manager pen. I love it. All right, I'm going to put that to the side only because we're going to do all the resin at the same time because it has a cure time. So I'll put that to the side, and then we're going to work on the flowers. Okay, so now we're going to work with the flowers, and I've got sparkles again, and I've got some flowers, and obviously, like I mentioned, it's such a small space that it's going to be a little bit finicky to try to get them in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a piece of this and just cut some of these petals off so that we can use those in our pen. So those may be small enough. I'm just going to cut them right off the center there. All right, we'll see how that works. Now these petals, now this one, the flowers, again, it's past its prime, but it's, I love the color of it. And so we're going to use that. Use that piece of the, all right, so these stars all over our work surface here. Again, remember that this is the top of the pen. So you want to think about that when you're creating your design here. So I'm going to take some of these, I'm going to put them in first. Again, I'm just going to tap them down just to get them inside so that we have some at the bottom there. I found that when I did the other one, it didn't quite go down as much as I would like to. So I want to get them in first. How fun is that? That looks cool. Okay, so then we're going to take some of these leaves. Let's see if we can get a long one in there just for kicks. Ooh, that might work. I'm going to grab that skewer again just to get it down in there. Okay, I'm not opposed to that. And then, what's this? It's got a little bud on it. Let's see if the bud will fit in there. So I'm doing it so that it's going down, which would be up ultimately. This bud may be too big. But if I take some of the pieces away, I don't know, that may be too big. I don't know, let me see. Oh, that might work. Actually, let me pull this leaf out and put the bud in first. Let's see how that looks. Get in there. Ooh, I'm not opposed to that. And adding the leaf. Okay, so let's try. So now with the petals here, what I have found is we take a petal and then just kind of roll it, kind of like we did with the paper there. We just roll it. It will unroll once it gets in there. But if we roll it, let's see if we can get that inside. It's because it's still got some moisture in it. It will collapse just a smidge. But I've tried it. The yellow one that I made has this is being persnickety. Has dried flowers in it. So this one here, those are dried flowers. So I was able to just snip those dried flowered pieces, and you see the stars in there. This is another one that I did with the dried flowers, which kind of has a really cool look to it too. But this one has the same flowers here with the and I added quite a bit of glitter in that one as well. All right, so let's see if we can get this inside. Okay, I'm gonna push that all the way down. I'm gonna add some more, another one, just so that we have a fair amount of that pink. It's such a pretty color. And then I'd love to add another leaf section on the bottom here too. If we can, oh, let's add some more of the stars, just so that we get them in the middle there too. Kind of like to have stars throughout. Then we'll add another piece, and it doesn't actually even have to be this long. Maybe we'll just take a little piece of it, just to make it a little bit easier to get in there. Oh, that was easier. Like that. And then let's add another leaf section down here. Let's see. Oh, good. All right, so that looks kind of cool. I like that, and maybe just even a little bit more stars on the top, which is actually the bottom here. Okay. All right, that looks good. All right, so I'm going to now get the resin, and we will start the next part. Okay, so I've cleared the work surface, and now we're going to start with the resin. So I've put gloves on, again, to protect my hands from the epoxy, and I've got my pen inserts here in the styrofoam, and it's just to keep them upright so that I can put the resin inside. We've got the pieces over to the side. Make sure you don't lose these pieces. These are important for when you're putting them back together. Just gonna push those off to the side. I've got my 2 cups so that I can have the same amount of each part of the epoxy in this. So this is clear epoxy. I just bought this right at my local craft store, and you can buy them in much smaller amounts. I just have several projects that I'm working on, so I got a larger size. I also have my cup and something to mix. It could be a popsicle stick, whatever, an plastic spoon or something. Okay, so I've also, like I said, protected my work surface just in case I spill, because it's easy to spill on these. So again, I'm going to use, now I'm going to pour in here. Now for this, I'm just going to pour. So I've got not 10 milliliters in that one. Cover that right back up. All right, and they're about the same in terms of the viscosity of it. This one's a little bit looser. I want to also have a well-ventilated space, just again because there's a chemical reaction with these two items. Okay, and you don't want to get it on your skin or you breathe it in. Okay, so I've got both of my cups here, and I'm going to put them into this cup together, and it's going to, we're going to mix them together. We're going to mix them pretty well together so that they are the chemical reaction can start. It gets really, really hard, okay, when you're working with this. I'm sorry, the noise in the background. My kitty's playing with one of her toys. Sorry about the noise. Okay. All right, so we've got those 2 cups. And now you're just going to stir. You're going to really make sure this is nice and mixed well. And it kind of has a milky look to it. Can you see that? It looks a little bit kind of cloudy. It won't once it cures. It won't have that look. Like I said, this is such a small hole to get this in. So I have to admit, in my samples, I used just like a toothpick or a skewer to help me get it in without kind of spilling over the edge. It's easy to do, to spill it over the edge. Okay, so we're going to give it a shot here, see how we do. So in this case, it's going right into the center of that first pen, the one with all the words on it. Okay, and I have to admit, I didn't get any on the edge that time. I do have paper towels right nearby if I need them to be able to wash that up. Okay. I can't really tell yet. It will be nice and sturdy when we finish up and it gets time to cure. Okay, let's see if we are as successful this time. Fortunately, it's kind of, like I said, the viscosity of it is quite thick. So, right, looks like that one was full already. Wow, can't really let that. Can't tell if there's an air bubble in there or not. Your goal is to not have any air bubbles, obviously. Okay, I'm gonna try the other one. So this one, obviously this first one had a lot more space covering the edges. I don't know if that makes sense. This one has more places where you can get the resin in there. All right, let's see. Oh, gee willikers. See, I just did it. All right, so I'm going to wipe that down so that it doesn't harden on the side there. See, it's good for you to see that I make mistakes too. Okay, get that nice and wiped up so that it doesn't harden that way. Okay, all right, let's try that again, shall we? So this is, you might have to snap it down in order to get that resin inside, especially when you've got all those flowers in there. I'll just snap it. You can see it's actually kind of cool. Sorry, I'm not talking very much. I'm concentrating on getting this resin inside there. Okay, and you've got about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so work time with this. So just, you need to be able to work efficiently, but it does give you a little bit of time to get in there. It's kind of cool looking. And I love that it's like you kind of don't know till you get towards the end what it's going to really look like. I've decided to try something different, so to see if this makes it a little bit easier, and I actually think this is going to work better. So what I did is I took another empty pen, and I put some of the petals in and the leaves in, and a little bit of glitter, the stars, and put some of the resin in. So now I'm going to do this kind of in stages, because I was noticing that the resin wasn't getting all the way down to the bottom there, and I felt that that might not give us the effect that we want. So again, taking the flowers, let me add a little bit more of the stars. I'm getting stars all over my counter here, my work table. Okay, and then adding another petal, another flower petal in there. And my skewer, take this out to make it easier to see. Get that skewer down in there. Yeah, I see this is actually working better. And then sorry, I'm off camera. All right, getting that leaf in there. I think you can have more control over this too. Actually, I like that a lot. Okay, so again, taking some of the resin, not to put too much in because I'm doing it in stages. Okay. Oh, see how that, yeah, that actually is filling it in nicely. I like that a lot better. Okay, we're about partway to the top, almost to the top there. And add a few more stars. So I'm kind of doing it in layers like you would with some, like a dessert or something. Okay, it's sticking because there's resin in there. All right, let's add another petal. And add another leaf. All right, let's see if we can add the rest of the resin here. And you don't want to put it all the way to the top because if you remember there was a stopper, these stoppers here to keep it in there. All right, so I actually like that a lot better. That looks really good. I like that. So we've got that in there. We've got this one. This is the one that we did before, and it's not that it's bad. We were just struggling to get some of the pieces in a way that were kind of showing us the wonderful aspects of it. All right, so that's actually already started to harden here. Oh well, it's not quite hard, but it's certainly starting the process. Let's see if I can get another leaf in there while we're here, just to cover up some of that bottom for color. Oh, that's not bad. Yep. Okay, let's see if we can get another petal in there. Why not? I love that, there are so many different ways of doing projects, and I love that you're seeing that, oh, wait a minute, there are other ways of doing this, and potentially if you're doing a project, being able to problem solve. I think that's a lot of what we're trying to do anyway as theater artists. We're problem solving so much that it's nice to know you can do it here too. All right. Oh, okay. That actually worked. That worked okay. We got a little bit sticking out at the top here, but that seems to work okay. I might see if I can add some more of the silver, because I had silver in that one. Stars in this. Get those in there. Just for color and for sparkle. Why not? Come on, get in there. If it's up too high, it's going to be covered, so that's why I'm going to try to get it down there a little bit. Come on. There we go. Okay. All right, actually, that's not bad. So we've got two different kinds. I have this one with gold and this one with the silver. And then we've got this one here with the words. And you can see that that is all covered inside there. You can see the sparkles coming out in between the words. I'm going to add a few more sparkles on the top here just for fun. Okay. See if I can get that poked down in there a little bit. Just to get some color at the top. There you go. And it's easier when it's started to harden too, because then it does have some like viscosity, so it can hold the weight of those. Ooh, that looks good. Okay. All right. So now what we need to do is actually just let them cure. So I'm going to leave them for quite some time, maybe an hour or two, and see how they're doing. And then I will get back to you and let you know what's happening. Okay, so I've actually waited overnight. The cure time on the package says 12 to 24 hours, and they're such small amounts of the resin, so I'm sure these were cured quite a bit earlier than that. But these look great. Look at that. You can see all the gold peeking through there. And then these two are the two that I made with the flowers. This one here, you can see the gold. I love the gold flowers. That's the second one that I did. This is the first one I did. Both of them are equally beautiful. This one has silver flowers in it. Okay, and then all now that's left to do is just put them back together. So you take this, you have to take the ring here. Okay, and you're going to put the ring onto the form here. Then you take there's a little stop right here you put in, and then this one goes right on like that. And that's really it. Doesn't that look great? And then just to turn, you just turn it so that you can write. Okay, again, taking the stopper, the ring goes on first, and you put the stopper in. There we go. There's your pen. Okay, and the last one. Got the ring on there already. Let's stop her in. Okay. And there we go. There are 3 pens. These are spectacular. I love them. Okay, and just a reminder, here are the different pens that I've made with this craft. You've got some with flowers. This is a script. Here's some special words, some more flowers here, and just adding other details depending on what you like. So adding rhinestones here would be really fun. You could add trim or ribbon that works for your design aesthetic. But those are pretty special, and I hope you're able to create some of your own. And if you do, please send them along. I'd love to see them. So thank you for joining me for this week's theater craft, and I will see you next week. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.